Great day. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great day. Out here a little early today. I haven't been out here early in a long time, but I thought I'd get up early today. Got a lot of things to do today, so thought I'd come out here early to talk to you guys. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great day. Uh, Hope you have a productive week. Keep going. Don't limit yourself this week. The things you want to do. If you go on vacation, be safe. If you go on a vacation, be safe and just enjoy your summer. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Kind of gloomy today. It's been kind of like light drizzles and stuff like that. So again, it's nice and nice little breeze out here to walk. Trying to walk before it start raining and stuff. So again, appreciate y'all for being in here. Appreciate y'all for being in here. But you know, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do in life, go for it. Go for it. You know, no matter what people say. You know, even though you want to work, look for the right job, the right career that you really want to do, that you really want to pursue. Or it might not be the exact job you really want, or ultimately, but it can lead you to a more work-life balance. I think people should strive for that. A lot of people be on jobs and they be very depressed and stressed because they're on a job that they're forced in a way to do work so hard. You see a lot of situations where these jobs take a toll on people's bodies. They're standing up all day, standing up 8 to 10 hours a day, or even 12 hours. And it takes a toll. It takes a toll on your body after a while, and that's why I try to get away from, a job where I gotta stand on my feet all day and stuff like that. So, yeah. I got tired of those type of jobs where I had to stand on my feet all day. So I'm striving, for a different direction as far as careers. You don't want to go in a circle in life. You don't want to go in a circle in life. You want to move forward. You want to see more opportunities, seek more opportunities in life. And that's what I strive to do, is seek more and better opportunities in life. It sometimes may not be the traditional route, but you're seeking a direction that fits your life. Everybody doesn't have the same life. Everybody's different. Everybody's different in life. So, strive for the direction in life that you feel fits your life. How you doing, cool boy? Appreciate you for being in here. But strive for a life that fits you. Don't just settle for anything. Appreciate you, cool boy. Appreciate you for liking and supporting. But yeah, strive for a life that fits you. Sometimes, we listen to a lot of opinions. Like I always say, we listen to too many opinions. And sometimes we get confused on what way we should go, what we feel in our heart of hearts to really pursue, And so, follow what you feel like you should do. Follow what you feel you should do, and you'll see what happens, Just because your parents went a certain way as far as careers, that doesn't mean that's for you. Some things is different. Some things is different. But again, appreciate y'all for being in here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in this early in the morning. I think it's like 8 something, 8:45 where I'm at. But yeah, appreciate y'all for being in here. Appreciate y'all for being in here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great day. Just enjoying this breeze out here. Enjoying this beautiful breeze out here. Walking around the neighborhood. But don't just settle for anything. Don't just settle for anything. Strive for the best. See what happens. Strive for the best and see what happens. Yeah, I hope you're having a great day. Hope y'all being inspired. Hope y'all being inspired. Again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Got two people in here. But yeah, if you stressed out at your job and you feel depressed, you feel like you stuck. I felt like that for a long time. Felt like I was stuck at a certain type of job that I couldn't get out of. Felt real stuck in the position I was at, But, if you really want to, I feel like, life sort of pushed me out of that, Things happen, like I've said before, got fired from my last job. But I think it was a purpose for that. I think it was a purpose, I think the Creator saw that, it was time to move on, it was time to move on and stuff like that. So, things got out the way. Things was moved out the way, so new things can happen. I think life sometimes work on your behalf. I think God knew that it was time for me to go in a different direction, and He moved those things out the way. He knew that I was, my spirit was tired of those types of jobs and stuff like that. Nothing against my past job, but it was stressful because you're working, you don't know how long you're gonna work, you don't know which day you're gonna work. Whatever day they say they need you, you had to work those hours. And so yeah, grateful for this push. I feel like God pushed me out of that position to get something better. Even the people that got rid of me, they said, God has something greater for you. I believe it wasn't on them. It was on the higher ups. I believe, and I truly believe that. I think God has something greater for me. He has something greater for you. If you just, stay focused and pursue those things. Sometimes you got to jump in scared and fearful. This direction of my life, I have to do a lot of jumping into things that I never did before. Different career path. And so, sometimes that, that moment is the transitioning moment, it's a transitional moment in your life where, you know, you look back and say, you know, I'm glad I made that transition, you know. But again, appreciate y'all. Let me know who's in here. Let me know who's in here. But you know, you gotta have that transitional moment to get where you really want to go. You know, if you don't have that transitional moment, it shows, you know, you're not really getting anywhere. You're just going around in a circle, settling for comfortability, you know, instead of going for something better or greater. You know, when you get more, uh, you know, what you want, it do come with more responsibility, but at the same time, you're more comfortable. You know, you may have more of a work-life balance, you know, where you have more responsibility. You may have more of a work-life balance in life, you know, and that's what I want, you know, a nice work-life balance, you know, and I think I deserve it in this point in my life. You know, been working hard for a lot of my adulthood. Been working hard, you know, in the field I was in. I think it's, you know, time for a transition right now. So, you know, like I said, really pursue those things that you really want to pursue. And again, appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for watching this live. And so until next time, all right, peace.